How y'all doing tonight? There you go. That's the answer I wanted.
A couple people are okay. The rest are just like,
It's
it's Friday. Festivities haven't actually started yet.
There weren't
Next
enough
time.
explosions.
We should add
Next
more.
time.
Oh no, I guess we have to play the video again.
No. We've got other stuff, so we're not gonna play the video again. Wow, my voice sounds really echoey on this microphone. So
More like
hi
a whale.
everybody. We are SFS Animation. Started out as Silly Philly Studios, and that's probably where you guys know us from. We have brought quite a bit of stuff to show you. Hopefully good stuff, all the stuff that we've been working on. But before we start showing you guys what we've been working on the past year, we can go down the row and introduce ourselves, starting all the way away from me.
Good, thank you. Hi, I'm Megan McCarthy. I'm Rev. I voice Discord and a lot of stuff. I did the music for Snowdrop. I wrote a couple things. Yes.
Is that it? I love it when you look at me like that. What's up? How's it going? My name's Wildcard. Thank you, Scope.
Got a fan.
Thank you, Random Citizen.
He has done that at every panel I've been to. You need to be quiet. I do Shining Armor for a lot of projects in the fandom. Stuff for Friendship is Witchcraft, a lot of stuff that Magpie Pony does, a bunch of other stuff that I've done with Eiley Monty. Freelance voice actor outside of that. Done some other fandom stuff. Have you ever heard the song, Undertale song, Hard Drive? I was Metaton for that. Other than that, I'm just some dude that you're staring at right now and going, I'd like to date him.
He's mine.
But I'm taken, yeah, so.
I thought we had something wild.
No, with you? Come on. All right.
Hi, I'm
Sir.
Spencer Moran, also known as Charlemagne. I wrote and acted in the disaster that you just watched. I am the voice of Donut Steel, as well as a bunch of other random roles throughout the projects that we've done in recent years.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara Strawn. You might have heard my voices in places. This might be the first time seeing me. This is what I look like. No, I was just saying beforehand.
You're beautiful, Tara.
I know, thank you. But I was just saying beforehand. We've been, you know what? I've been growing it out. I think it's working. You know, but no, it's like it feels so special being in the main events hall of all things. So, like we get free water. It's like I feel so special.
This
but
is
no,
a luxury.
anyways, sorry. I'm Travis. I do some 3D work and some other little artwork and stuff for the team. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Meredith. I do.
Ooh.
All the time.
Every time.
I love you, Twiley.
You know I can beat you up, right?
She actually did.
You did.
It's true story.
Anyway, I started out in the group doing the Fluttershy voice, and then we moved on. I was the writer and voice behind Snowdrop. I do a lot of little random things that we've been working on, and I'm also one of the leads on the new project that we've been working on for like 2.5 years.
Just a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of time, but we'll show you guys more of that in a second.
I am Hasbro, and I might C&D this project.
Woo!
Um,
Please don't. We got money, I swear.
Project.
my name is Samantha, or Sam, or Jada Jinx. I just recently got brought on to this, and I was coming to this convention, and they were coming to this convention. They're like, do you want to be in a panel? I said, sure, so I'm here.
She's great.
I do comic artist. I'm a digital artist. I do pony drawings. That's me.
Your booth's in the artist alley. You should go by.
And she's really
Exhibitor hall.
Oh, exhibitor hall.
Yeah.
So what we've been working on, let me see if we can get the PowerPoint. Out. We can show you guys a little bit of what we're working on now. We won't show you the animatic of what we're working on till the end, but we'll do the Q&A kind of in between if you guys have any questions for us. So once it comes up. Basically, so what we've been doing lately, we have been working on a big project and then a lot of little projects. we have our 3D artists, our concept artists, everybody, storyboard artists working on the big thing. And then our animators have been working on a lot of little things, which they're still currently working on. But I don't know if you guys saw the Neko Atsume video that we did a little while ago. We're making a sequel to that. We are going to be making a Overwatch video. Whoop. Wait, go back. There we go. We're going to be making an Overwatch video. I'm sorry. So this is some of the art that the animators gave me who are working on that. That's actually Spencer's big thing. He's never played Overwatch, so we made him write what he thinks Overwatch is, and that's basically what we've got here. This is everything that he thinks Overwatch is. This is the
I've never played
It's
Overwatch
true.
either.
yeah.
I see these pictures are very inaccurate. Diva is missing her Doritos.
I've never played Overwatch either, so
She
Wow,
has
you need to
Doritos.
leave like right now.
no.
All right.
There needs
Okay.
to be more teleportation from Tracer here.
Isn't that what's kind of around her posterior?
Her buttocks.
I don't know. I see
Is her
hips,
buttocks
that's what I
teleporting?
see.
Anyway, I don't really
Is
understand.
that the orange portal?
And then we're also working on a Mighty Number 9 thing, which that should be different.
Like the actual Mighty Number 9, it'll be out soon.
Yeah,
And hey, it's better than nothing.
soon. So while the animators work on that, because we have a really big team, how many people are on the team now? 28 of us, I want to say. It's a pretty big team. So the artists have been working on this stuff. And we showed you a little bit of what this was last year. So if you came and saw us last year, this is going to be hopefully our new original pilot. We really wanted to start working with stuff that we own. Existing IP is really difficult to work with. So we came up with an entirely original concept, which takes a very long time. And it's still taking a very long time. And I will explain why in a second. So all of this project here that we're working on right now got started in BronyCon 2013 when we were at the airport just talking to each other and waiting for the flight to take off. And we knew we wanted to do something different. So this was what came of it 3 years ago. It doesn't look very good. These are the initial concepts that were in the pitch, because we all came up with different pitches for an original idea. And this was the pitch that got it. Star Sign is basically about constellations personified going after gigantic constellation monsters. So what you're seeing here are some of the original ideas. And this is kind of how the project has evolved so far, and we'll explain what's for the future. So yeah, these are the original concepts. We're going to be focusing on 3 main characters: Virgo, Leo the Lion, and Cancer the Crab. So you can see Virgo, Cancer's, and Leo's original concepts there. From there, we went into a design, I don't want to say like a contest, but like different artists were coming up with different ways to draw the characters. So these were all of the potential ways that we were going to shape the show as we were working through it. And we even came up with something that was a little too anime. I think we called it the Bishonen Leo or something like that. They drew like anime sparkles around him, and that didn't work very well. So from there, we came up with a small canon style, and then we had to come up with a lot of the different little things that people don't think about. Coats, boots, dresses, guns. There's some guns in the corner there. And then we thought we had a finalized design. We thought that this was the style we wanted to work with. It was lineless, it was cute, we liked it, and then a month later we hated it. So we went back.
It's kind of what happens when you work on for something for so long. You just stare at it, and it's like, I'm hating this every day I work on it now.
We hated it. It was difficult to animate. It was difficult to make the puppets. It was difficult to work with backgrounds. So we had to start all over again. But then we came out with something that actually worked pretty well. So this is a character sheet that we were doing. This was for Virgo. And we really liked that style. It was lined. It was very angular. Our head animator, actually, this is his style. And from these character sheets, we evolved it into this. These are the final concepts. So these are the characters that we're going to be working with. I'm going to be voicing Virgo. Spencer's actually going to be voicing Leo.
Hi.
Yeah. And then one of our good voice acting friends, Monica, is going to be voicing Cancer the Crab. And we started recording as the artists went to background art. So this was the concepts for the backgrounds, which we really enjoyed them. But this was, I want to say...
I don't know what this panel's rated, so let's keep it light, but that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I know. Well, the first drawing, was that 2 years ago or a year and a half ago? It's so close enough to get ago. It was a while ago. But the drawing that you're going to see on the right is actually, that was done like a couple months ago. So it's evolved too from something really detailed, oriented, and very conceptual into something that works very well with our puppets. That's taken about a year and a half to get to that point. And then we started working on other details too, like Travis came in as a 3D artist. He's actually going to be working on airships that the characters use to ride. If I can get it to show up. There we go.
Big files don't want to load.
Doesn't like me. I'll get it back.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so these are the 2 airships that we work with. The characters are going to basically sail around the cosmos on these gigantic airships. And we decided we wanted to do it in 3D. Which takes a while.
3D.
But luckily we have Travis who's been able to rig and model our airships into what you're seeing right now. Still needs color, but we're getting there.
No, it's gonna look
That's
like
the
that.
model.
It's gonna look exactly like that.
Looks just like that, yep.
Yeah, just like that.
So that's going to be the 3rd Donut Steel movie in 3D.
In 3D, Donut Steel 3. Right, Spencer?
Screw that, we're passing 3, we're
You're
going straight
really
to 4.
desperate to get me to make that, aren't you?
I'm really desperate to get you to do any Donut Steel things at this point.
What do you guys think?
Don't ask him that.
I'm doomed.
Do it. Do it.
We'll see if
Just
he,
keep pressuring him.
we'll see if
We'll
we
do it
can do
eventually.
Donut Steel 4 straight to video. And then while they work on that, our animators work on rigging. Rigging is where you take the conceptual drawings, the Flash vectors, and you turn it into a puppet that actually moves. When we work in Flash, we need that puppet, and that's what the animators do. So from the puppets, we got some animation tests, like this one.
All right. Now that my belly's full, I'm gonna go get me a brand new boat. They might even just give me one if I ask nice enough.
He's gonna be king of the pirates.
I'm not overreacting!
And
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
Guess where those clips came from? Totally original.
totally original. But that's okay, because the point of the puppet test was just to try and get them to figure out what's wrong with the puppets. And from there, we found out a lot is wrong with the puppets. So our puppeteers are actually rigging new puppets for us right now. And while they do that, concept artists go back to the other characters. So I know last year we showed you the pictures of those 3 characters, but we have 3 new characters finally ready. This is some of their concept designs. You can actually see the one on the left is Aries, and then the ones on the right are Jim and I. Jim and I. I'm clever. I'm so clever. Hey, I came up with that all by myself. And then they've turned into these designs. So these are the characters you'll actually see when the pilot is fully animated and ready to go. We're really happy with it. Rev is actually voicing Taurus.
Yep. You
So
can
he-
see why I'm voicing him.
He's
It's because-
voicing the big.
Because you're so strong.
It's because I'm so cute.
Yeah. But this takes a long time. Again, this is about 2.5 years of work. Not to scare anybody away if they ever wanted to do anything like this, but that is why for a little bit we've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, well, a lot of people kind of forget when you're making your own big project like this. It's not just, oh, hey, I'm going to take some characters and then let's start animating that. It's a
What?
lot
There's
of
no
planning.
art button?
Yeah.
There's no
art
anime
No
button.
easy button?
Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy.
But we've been trying to put out a lot of little stuff for you too. So hopefully in like a couple weeks, we'll have one of them completely animated. I don't know if it's going to be the Overwatch one or the Neko Atsume one. One of those silly little things. But at the end of the panel, I have the animatic for the first episode of Star Sign, and I got approval to show it. So once we're done with the Q&A, I will show that off too. But if you wanted, we could go ahead and start with the Q&A if you guys had any questions.
I don't know how we
I don't know how to
line it up, or
I guess. I don't know. Did anybody even have any questions?
We have a man with a microphone.
Yes, there's
there
the
we
microphone.
go. We got Mike Man.
It's the hero we need.
Here he comes to save the day.
Microphone is on the way.
Yeah, so we'll just, if you want to ask us a question, you can line up just like right there.
Right up, front and center.
Yeah.
Step right up.
Oh.
Okay.
There we go.
You got to screen the question first.
It's very important.
In the meantime, how about some gardening tips?
Go, yeah.
Plant plunder seeds. They do good. Yes. You don't look-
Are y'all ready, or I
Yes.
can wait? Okay,
Hi.
cool. Yeah, I got a quick question. When you making the animatic, right? How do you know that the animatic is at a point where it's ready to be, finalized? Like you put the, I guess you could say sprinkle on the cake or ice, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. So how do you know when the animatic is ready to be, fully animated?
I mean, nothing's truly any project you do as far as art or animation, it's never truly finished. It's just a matter of do I want to work on this anymore, kind of thing.
Well, and I think an animatic to fully animated, it kind of depends on the animator too. Especially if the animator is the one that boarded it himself. Like our main animator, Zedrin, he can just scribble out a storyboard and then fully animate it because he already knows what's going on in his head. But for something like this big thing that we're working on, where we have like 5, 6 animators making it, we have to make it pretty detailed so they know what's going on. That means that the animatic process takes a little bit more time, but it does show that the detail is there. So when you watch the boards and you can really get a feel of how the characters are moving, no matter your skill level in Flash or anything, that kind of shows that it's almost ready to be fully animated.
The thing that's nice about an animatic is it doesn't have to be super detailed or anything. It's literally at the bare minimum to show the direction of the characters, which way they're moving, how they move. You're actually adding very little animation to it. It's mostly just stills at each main frame. So you don't have to get too detailed into an animatic, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm asking this for all of us here. When is the Donut Steel prequel coming out?
Oh, that's even better.
The origin
That's
story,
a good idea. Screw 3. Yeah. 3 is the prequel now.
That's
Do I need
even
to say it?
better.
Okay, can we go 4 and then back to 3 being the prequel?
You gotta make
Well,
it
as soon as we get the Donut Steel cinematic universe figured out,
All right.
how we're going to fit the carrot into he's going to have his own solo movie,
We're still
crossover with Marvel. Yeah.
I hate all of you.
I mean,
Hey, I'm the one who has to scream my lungs out every time.
as an animation studio, we have to finish making all the merchandise before we can make more cartoons. Donut steal the T-shirt. Donut steal the lunchbox. Donut steal.
Can we get a Donut Steel variation of Cards Against Humanity?
Donut
Oh
steal
God,
the
I
body
wish. That's up to you. You can make that.
Yes.
I got too much else to do. Yeah.
Is
You're good.
Star Sign based? Are the Star Sign ships based on Treasure Planet? And if so, who's the one that was bored enough to watch that movie?
That was a good
For the
movie.
ships.
I liked it.
Just the ships, you said?
Which movie?
The ships?
Treasure Planet?
Treasure Planet, yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like Treasure Planet.
That was a good movie.
Definitely the concepts for the ships. I pulled up a lot because when you're doing concepts, you want to pull up as many references as possible, just picking pieces apart of different things. So Treasure Planet, I definitely pulled up some screen caps of that to get some inspiration. So
Treasure Planet is probably the most detailed airship thing that we have in like the last 20 years. I can't think of anything that did the amount of detail in an airship movie that Treasure Planet did. So.
I mean, I know there was definitely Treasure Planet, just a lot of steampunk in general. I did pull up a couple references from, if anyone's heard of an anime called Last Exile, that was definitely one that I pulled up a little bit from.
You looked at like some old ships though too, didn't you?
Yeah.
You looked at like old sailing ships, like 18th century.
So pretty much to make your own unique airship or ship in general, you just take bits and pieces of things that inspired you and just created your own unique.
You basically Picasso the crap out of it. Just pull it in pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
What kind of programs do you use to animate your animations?
What was the question?
What programs do you use?
Oh, what programs do we use for the animation? So depending on the craft, we use different things. I mean,
Do you use Illustrator for the puppets?
I think the puppets are designed in Flash.
Okay.
Or Animate, I guess now it is. Animate.
Rigged in Flash.
They're rigged in
I think
Flash.
they're designed in Illustrator.
Okay.
Yeah, they're designed in Illustrator, rigged in Flash.
Okay. And then, you know, Audacity for the voice actors and.
What about the background?
Audacity.
Photoshop.
Or Adobe Audition.
Yeah,
Yes.
the backgrounds are done in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what do you use for the airships?
I'm just using 3ds Max right now.
Okay. Yeah. Mostly Flash.
Yeah. And then, of course, throw in some other Adobe programs, After Effects and stuff for finalizing.
So to answer your question, we use Adobe.
Yes. Pull up the Adobe suite.
So, enough about Donut Steel 3. Let's just start talking about Donut Steel 4.
See?
You're not going to get away from it.
I'm expecting you to make a pitch
know.
now.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
see, he disappeared before he could make you a pitch.
That's what the people want, man.
That's when he goes
Gotta
back
give
in
them what
time.
they want.
All right, how about this? Pitch it to me.
Oh,
Oh, you have to pitch it now.
jeez.
Death from Oblivion.
This time he's back for blood.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you for the pity clap.
Well, the
That's
blood
your
is
pun for the
ketchup.
day, Rev.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
Please don't.
Please don't
Don't
punish us
instigate it.
anymore.
Trying to keep this PG rated, we can't have blood. So-
It's ketchup.
It's ketchup.
Catch
Yeah.
Jello.
Or you could just do it what you could just do it what Danganronpa does. They color all the blood pink in the
Oh
game.
god, yeah.
We'll be like 4 kids.
It's like you're bleeding Pepto-Bismol.
It's a jelly-filled donut. Hey, donut!
There you go.
Oh my god. I work with these people. I just.
Sorry. What would you suggest for like a beginner animation for 2D animations? Like, what kind of program would you suggest for beginners to just do like really simple things?
For 2D, you said?
2D.
Did you say 2D or 3D?
Did you say 3 or 2?
2.
Give me a number.
Sorry,
As
it's
in,
really
you
echo.
know,
Echo makes
dos.
it really awkward.
For 2D, I really think Flash is your best bet.
Like, Flash is still the mainstream norm, but I know not everybody can afford that right now.
Yeah. I know that there was a program released for free just now, but I heard it's insanely difficult
It's-
to use.
I forget the name of it. If anyone can name it for me, I don't know. It's the same. It's the same one that like Studio Ghibli used, and they released it open source for free.
I don't.
Just like in the last few months.
Wasn't that Go Animate?
Bad Rev.
No, like Futurama used it.
Yeah, Futurama used it.
Yeah,
both
but
ones.
I've heard it's insanely difficult. So
It is.
don't go to that one just because it says it's free, because you'll end up pulling your hair out. I
Or
think
getting really good at it. You never know.
I think since Adobe Animate is the most mainstream thing, you're going to be able to find the most like tutorials about how to help, and you'll be able to really use it well. I've heard it crashes every 5 minutes though.
Well, it's the same thing with
Make
Flash.
sure to Control S a lot.
Yeah. But the thing with Adobe products is they're doing this thing where you can pay monthly to use their programs. That's how I use Photoshop. I pay $20 a month to use a full licensed program that isn't pirated, because I never pirate things.
Oh, pirate. pirate bad.
That didn't sound suspicious at all.
No. Not at all, no.
No. So yeah, I would. Yeah, if you can pay for it by the month, you can just try.
I think it's called
Yeah,
Creative
definitely.
Cloud Suite or something.
Yeah, just try Adobe and see if it's for you.
I mean, that's definitely what we use, but also when getting into anything, like just honestly Google it. Google animation programs, look up forum discussions, see what other people are using. Because, I don't know, just because it's the mainstream doesn't mean it's the same. It's going to be the best for you. So just keep your options open.
Hi. I was wondering, when it comes to your MLP fan art, do you have any issues with copyright law or copyright?
No, none at all. Not ever.
I think the. What were you gonna say?
No, you go ahead.
I think that. I mean, that's why we are moving to more original things. It's very difficult to work with something that isn't yours. I would say out of a lot of the IP claims, Hasbro's probably the more lenient. So when you're getting copyright strikes and all of that on your videos that you work so hard for, and Hasbro's doing it, just imagine what Disney would do.
Disney is strict.
Yeah.
They're very protective of their IPs.
Oh yeah.
So it's difficult. It's difficult to work with existing IP.
It's a little bit better for us right now just because, the fact that we don't actually sell much of anything based off of My Little Pony. But if you're going into like as an artist and like Artist Alley or something, I'm sure you can attest. I mean, there are clauses, like there's a fan art clause and stuff that makes it technically legal, but it's still, if Hasbro really wanted to, they could drop the hammer on any of us at any time. So
Have you ever had any problems with it, with your art or anything?
With other people just drawing my stuff?
well, no,
that
like
too.
the fact that like you're selling pony fan art.
I've never really had any issue, but I know a lot of people, at least people online that I know who are artists, has had these issues before. I guess I count myself lucky that I've never had to deal with this issue. But
Reagan and I still do pony content. We just don't put it on YouTube anymore.
Yep. On Tumblr.
It's either live on streams or on Tumblr to avoid the copyright strikes.
Yep.
Well, and we have an easier time of it too, our studio, because a lot of our things, Fall of the Crystal Empire was all canon characters, but, Snowdrop isn't an MLP canon character.
how do you feel about people drawing stuff that you created and then selling it?
I personally don't mind if people buy like stuff from artists that have made it from the exhibitor hall or the artist alley. It's when somebody would mass produce something without our permission, that's when it gets messy.
Or claim it as their own.
Or claim it as their own. We actually, I remember a couple years ago, not the Snowdrop plushies that Lunarshine sells, but another company was trying to make Snowdrop plushies without our permission. That was awkward.
That's a no-no.
That was a bad day. So we had to stop that. Now Lunarshine makes a mass-produced Snowdrop plushie, but we actually work with them on that. So we made sure that everything was, ethical and nothing was going to have a problem, essentially. So, but I love going through the artist alley and seeing Snowdrop stuff and potentially Donut Steel stuff.
You should
I
have
yet
seen
to
her
find
going
any
through it.
Donut Steel stuff. I'm
We
actually
were looking
quite
so hard for Donut Steel stuff.
Tell all your favorite vendors, make Donut Steel stuff.
Because at the very least, Spencer will buy all of it.
I will be so poor. Oh wait, I already have.
I don't know. If you guys want a Donut Steel plush, you should tell Lunarshine to.
I'll make sure to make one next time. A Donut Steel poster.
There you go.
Get out.
But yeah, long story short, that's why we've moved to making what we make now. Yeah.
But we still do it.
Good. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the visual artists, the 2D and 3D animators, I was wondering how much of your skill comes from self-teaching and how much is from formal education, if any?
Oh. I guess that's.
This
you.
is a no. I'm saying because this is actually a very touchy subject. It tends to be the idea of should I go to school to learn animation or cartoons or something like that.
I went to school.
Hey, tell you, so do I. Yeah, it's cool. High five. But,
Right in my face.
But honestly, it's what I tell people is it's completely up to you because depending on what schools you go to, like there's some great schools out there that you can learn some amazing stuff. You'll get a lot of practice from. But me, like I just went to the Art Institute, got a bachelor's in media arts and animation, and that's like Art Institute is like bare bones minimum of a bachelor's degree. But it does help in a way. Because if you're planning to go into a professional company, there are actually a lot of companies that will literally look at a pile of resumes and they'll throw out any ones that don't have at least a bachelor's in them. So technically, like I said, it's up to you. Do a lot of research into it and really dig down into yourself, I guess, and find out if it's right for you. Because when you go to these schools, a lot of the times you could learn all this on your own, just on the internet. It's true. So it depends what you want to get out of it, really.
I learned a lot of stuff from college, but everything that I've done art-wise, I taught myself. I've always been able to draw from a young age. I decided to go to college because if my art stuff doesn't work, my graphic design degree could be a fallback plan. I called college my fallback plan. Okay? And don't go to college because you feel like you have to. Yeah. Because graphic designers, a piece of paper that says you completed a graphic design course speaks minuscule compared to a portfolio that you put your heart and soul in. They want that, not a piece of paper that says degree on it. So if you can get these, if you can teach yourself, that's great. But if you need somebody teaching you and you feel like that's the best course, then yeah, go to college because color theory class helped me a lot. Figure drawing class helped me with anatomy very well. So that can probably help you in the long run, too.
To pitch in real quick here, on the other side of the spectrum with performing, especially voiceover, don't think you have to go to some fancy theater school or college to do voiceover work. I know a lot of people are interested in doing it. You just have to have the wherewithal and find some instructors who can give you one-on-one training, and then kind of dive in. You have to really dive into these careers, especially with artistic careers. You just got to do it. Get your practice in, learn firsthand. Like she said, you don't have to go to college for an artistic career. It's good. Go to college if you want to, for sure, but don't think that that's a necessary point to get on the path of an artistic career. I got my degree in English with a minor in communications, and voiceover is my second job now. It's half of my living expenses. So you can do it. Really, it's really not that hard.
Mm-hmm. Did you say it's really not that hard?
I lied. I said that because
very hard.
Because I was trying to inspire them, and you had to chime in.
We're living in the real world,
You can inspire, but don't lie.
No, that's for the next one.
It's definitely, anything's possible, especially with the internet. Anything's possible, but be prepared to do the work for it.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
And we'll be talking about all that stuff in more detail tomorrow. Not to self-promote, but we do have another panel tomorrow at 4, which is all about how to develop your hobbies and what you love to do into an actual professional career.
Yep, that's
So
need a pro.
Yeah, so if that's something that interests you, we might have more detailed advice at that time.
Spread the word. We'll get you jobs.
No, we
Maybe.
Lots of asterisks with that statement.
It's fine print.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I was wondering because you said back in 2013 at Airport you came up with this idea for your new IP. What other ideas did you come up with at the time while thinking about it, and what made you choose this one?
Oh, what were all of the other ideas? I remember one of the ideas was about a knight that constantly had to save a princess, and he just got so sick of it, he wouldn't do it. So all of the episodes revolved around him, trying to avoid doing that work whenever possible. There was another one, though. What was the third one?
There was did you already say the night guy?
I said the night one.
Night.
There was
it was
another one.
it was Courtney's. It was the magical cat thing?
The magical cat. Yeah. What was the plot behind the magical cat?
I can't remember.
There was a magical cat.
That is the plot. It's a magical cat.
I think it was like there was like a magical cat and it lived at a cafe and like the owner owned the magical cat and it turned out to be like one of those like magical girl mascots except not, and I don't remember all of it. You can kind of tell like which ones we developed more, which ones we didn't. But this one we picked. Why did we pick this one? I think we just liked it the most.
It was the best one.
Well, yeah.
Maybe the story was more fleshed out?
The story was definitely more fleshed out on this one. I mean, it helped that we were all in the airport together when we were talking about it, and I was able to flesh it out more, and we had the concept art for it already, and it just seemed like it had the one with the most continuing potential. Like, if people really like the pilot, we would be able to more easily make more of them, versus if we made, like, a pilot of the knight and the princess thing, that could get pretty repetitive. The cat thing did not have very much of a plot, as you can see, because I can't remember half of it. But yeah, that's why we picked this one. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that Cancel the Crab is honestly the cutest thing I've ever seen from you guys, and I want to know if you can make him be cuter and possibly make a plushie out of him so I can die happily knowing I can get the cutest thing ever.
He is a cutie pie. I know that we've talked to Lunarshine about making Star Sign merch if people like it, but we don't want to make any promises until it's actually done because we don't know if people will like it.
You want to spend as little money first off, and then when you get interest, then you start spending money on more things.
If people are interested, then we'll look into it more seriously. I mean, we've been talking about all of our options when it's finally done. If we're going to be too tired to make any more, or if that won't matter and we still want to make more, if we want to do a Kickstarter, if we want to talk to people about it, we don't really know where it's going to go at this point. We just want to get the pilot done because that's the hardest part, just getting part of it done so we can have something to show you guys.
Baby steps, you know.
Yeah. But Cancer, he's a cutie pie. I like that his weapon is a fishing pole, which that should be fun. Originally, if you look at his like really long sleeves in that picture that we showed, originally his weapon was gonna be his sleeves, and he was gonna like whip him around like Spider-Man in his web, and that didn't work very well. So no, he's cute. I like him. Hopefully, we'll make some merch.
This is also in reference to Star Sign. Since the characters you said were based on constellations, that, at least from what I am thinking of right now, it sort of limits your amount of characters that you can actually make. What are you going to be doing to populate the world that this takes place in?
That's a really good question. So I've personally been thinking about that problem. I haven't really gotten to talk to you guys about that much yet because, again, our focus has been so much on the pilot. Probably what we're going to do, because a lot of the monsters that they fight are going to be constellations, so we have to save what we can for them. I'm thinking we might have to look at like individual stars that aren't in constellations because
there's also different constellation in different like
folklore,
like Norwegian Viking constellations and
the Egyptians had
Egyptian
some.
constellations.
The Hawaiians have their own constellation.
Yeah. So they're, even though they're the same stars, they make different pictures to different people.
Yeah. And some of the 88 constellations that are in the standard are not usable. There's like a chair that's upside down. There's like an axle wheel on a boat. Like, I don't
Those
know.
are the most exciting characters, and you're leaving them out to dry. Come on.
They could be like legendary weapons or something.
Yeah, they could be. I mean, if we can figure out a way to make a boat axle into a villain, I'll be very impressed with my team.
Boat axle, all right.
Yeah, good. Luckily, we'll only have to work with 7 characters for the pilot, so I don't have to worry about that yet.
When will Donut Steal the game be available for retail purchase?
All right.
The same day that we get a good sequel to Mighty Number 9.
Oh, man. There you go.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
How did you how as a company did you transition from doing small animations to starting to monetize yourselves as a company, and how do we as fans financially support your work going forward?
I love you for asking that question. We're so poor. So what we've been doing is we started monetizing in Snowdrop, I think. We were really hesitant to start monetizing because we had been doing it for fun for so long. We were afraid what monetizing it would do. But monetizing it has been able to help our animators eat and still get things out to you on time. It's also helped to pay everybody. Our goal as a team is to make sure that people are rewarded for the hard work that they put in, because making all this stuff is hard. And all too often you'll see people undervaluing artists and undervaluing performers and saying, oh, well, you're an artist, you can do this for free. You see that so much.
I'll pay you in exposure.
I'll pay you in exposure.
I die from exposure.
I've got your exposure.
Hold on.
So what monetizing the videos, so taking us off of your list on Adblock, making sure that you whitelist us on Adblock so we get our advertising revenue. That's a good way to do it. That's really easy and free. We have a Patreon. SFS Animation has a Patreon, and there are some rewards. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but if you, I work with mostly the social media. I don't work with the Patreon, but
Is it Zed that most works with that?
What?
Patreon?
Zed, yeah, our animator works with the Patreon mostly. And supporting his personal Patreon is a really good way too, because since he is the head animator, he does a good 60% of the work. So giving him money is really nice.
I mean, you got to remember, we're not at the point where we're like making enough to live off of this. Like, we all have jobs outside of this, so this is just kind of in our free time we work on this stuff.
Yeah, so. I have like 4 jobs now, including the channel. Yeah, all my contract stuff. So yeah, the Patreon is a really good way to help us. Whitelisting us from your ad block so that we get the ad revenue is a good way to help us. And then just watching our videos and sharing them around really helps us out too.
Do you take donations?
Patreon's pretty much the only way that we take donations, monthly stuff. We aren't doing a Kickstarter for Star Sign until it's done. We most likely will do a Kickstarter for Star Sign when it's done, as long as it proves to be well-liked and popular. But yeah, Patreon is pretty much the way to go.
Yep.
Let them eat.
Yeah, making a living off of animation isn't easy.
Yeah. But again, I love you for asking that question. Thank you.
Thanks.
Huh?
Hi. First off, love you guys. Love your stuff. So I know it's a bit early to be asking a question like this, but for Starshine, what came first, the story, the characters, or the world, or did it all kind of happen simultaneously?
The chicken.
All right. It's always the chicken.
I knew that the first thing that conceptualized was a world where little constellation people fought gigantic constellation monsters. So I guess the world kind of was conceptualized first. And then we conceptualized a base plot from that. Most of the time I would focus on characters first because the characters really shape the plot. But with this, since the constellations were the characters and they've already kind of been created, we see the horoscopes kind of have the personality traits that we wanted to shift in. It was easier to work with the plot before the characters. So world, plot, characters. Usually it's characters first though. I think we have time for one more question, but I want to make sure that we have time to show you guys the animatic.
How long is the animatic?
Like 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So we have time for like 1 or 2 questions. Yes.
Hi, how are you today?
Hi, good.
Good, how are you today?
Not bad.
That's good. So do you guys use Adobe just because that's what you're all familiar with? Or like there's programs like Toon Boom, which are good for animation? I don't know. If someone's gonna learn some software, it'd be good if to pick something that everyone else is using, so if you have questions or just for getting it together. with bigger projects.
The echo is so bad. I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I can't understand your question.
Okay, so are you guys familiar with Toon Boom for software?
Oh, Toon Boom. I know Toon Boom. We don't use Toon Boom. No.
Yeah, so if I was going to learn software, I should use the Adobe software just because it's more common over using something like Toon Boom.
I think our animator was looking at Toon Boom, and he really liked the way the characters were able to be rigged and move around in Toon Boom, but creating the characters takes a much longer time when you're rigging them in Toon Boom than when you're rigging them in Flash. So in the end, in the long run, using Toon Boom would have been detrimental to our timeline.
That and a copy of Toon Boom Harmony is like $10,000.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. It's really whatever is best for you. 'Cause we've been using Flash for so long, it's just getting into a new program at this point. It's like, why do that when we're so used to this one? How we can do so much with it. But yeah, it's an option.
I think we have time for one more quick question.
You want to speed through it?
Yes, and then I'll answer your guys' question after the panel's done, I promise, if you come find us. Yes.
Oh my gosh, the echo is so weird. I have a question. First off, I'd like to say that the software Studio Ghibli used for backgrounds is oh my gosh.
You got it.
now I
Come on,
just
you got
forgot
it.
about
Tip of your head.
It's something. Oh, it's Open Tunes with a Z on the end.
Okay.
That's right.
And
Thank you.
My question is, what audio hardware do you use for recording, like voice recording?
Adobe Audition.
Yeah, mostly Adobe Audition.
Like hardware.
microphone.
Yeah, he said hardware.
We all probably use different microphones, don't we?
Yeah, because we don't have a set.
Mostly,
not these ones.
We don't have a set studio yet, so we're all recording in our own homes. I use a Yeti.
I use a condenser microphone through a audio interface.
I use a really expensive Audio-Technica mic, but it's because I want to, do professional stuff in my room. So
Look at me, I'm Rev. I'm all professional. I got
I'm
money
Rev,
to
and
spend
I
on a
got
microphone.
$800
microphone.
do not start out with an expensive mic.
Yeah. But eventually get there.
Eventually get there.
Yeah.
What do you use, Spencer?
I use an Audio-Technica 2035,
Okay.
which is an expensive mic with an audio interface.
All right. So I'm so sorry that we didn't get to your questions. Again, we'll answer them outside if you come find us. But I really wanted to show you guys the animatic. I know that some of you might have seen this if you came into our Q&A live stream that we did as an anniversary of Snowdrop. I think we showed it there, but just in case you hadn't, I want you guys to see this.
So, cue the screens.
Maybe.
Yep, it's going.
No, it's not playing.
Just-
Oh,
This is the best part.
Just gotta find the play button.
click to exit. No, that's not what I wanted.
Is it already playing?
Technical difficulties.
So that's it. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
I promise I can get it.
We
What's your
got
favorite
this.
part?
It's okay,
I
we're
like the part
professionals.
where Leo said,
I like the part where the screen
A lot of
turned
depth
green.
with that.
Ooh, fancy.
That's slide one. That's wrong.
Can you escape out of it?
Yeah.
You just go to the end?
I'm trying.
Well, just looking to the right.
I look really ugly from that angle.
You look
see.
ugly from every angle.
It's okay.
I love you
See
too,
everything
Wild.
again.
No, they're still on us.
They're still on us.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
Kind of situation.
I'm not
Which
totally
camera are we looking at? Camera 1? Camera 2? I don't know. So how are you all doing this weekend so far? Yep.
woo is not an adjective.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so from a show of hands, who actually likes Treasure Planet? Okay, thank you.
All right. If we're pulling out random questions here, I've got one. Who here likes Motor City, the cartoon? Okay, it's
still on.
See it like 1, 2, 3. You're awesome. Yes.
I've never heard
Yep.
of that.
Look it
Okay,
up. It's
Who
awesome.
here likes breathing?
That's way too many.
You're cool too.
Who here likes to listen to Lindsey Sterling?
I don't understand why.
Ah.
That right there. You're my new favorite person.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
think I got it.
Did you get it?
Maybe.
Do the thing.
Maybe. It's still black, but
You're killing him.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
If it's still black, see, I hit play and then it goes away. Yeah, it's playing a video, but it's supposed to just automatically go, and it's not.
I don't know.
How did we meet? Oh, that's a good question. While I figure this out.
Lots of random things.
Nope.
Nope.
So gardening tips again?
Yeah, gardening tips.
Putting ash on snails in your garden keeps them from coming back without killing them.
Don't you have
Yeah.
Put things in the ground and give them water.
Mine was helpful.
I heard you should use sulfuric acid. Is that true?
Yes.
All right.
Very correct. You nailed it.
Oh, put it in your mouth and then spit it out, like regurgitate it like a bird, right? Yeah.
Make your own fertilizer.
In a file, though.
You know how.
File if you can.
I'm trying to find it. Should be saved on
What?
Really?
Yes.
It's on my
Really?
I didn't say anything out of line.
You have to go online.
I just implied it.
I have. Oh, maybe. Aha!
Did you find it?
Huh.
You have 3 minutes.
Might have found it.
She did a thing.
I found it.
Oh, don't say that.
Yay!
Don't say that. All right, we got it. We got it.
Do the thing.
Pause it so I can. Julie, do the thing on the screen. Do the thing.
That was last year's meme.
Okay, press play,
Yes.
press
I don't know if it's doing the thing.
What? No, it's not.
This year is dab.
Now it's showing my desktop.
Yeah, do that. Just do it.
That's fine. Just press play.
2 minutes.
Got this. Yeah.
Oh, you almost got it. You almost got it.
Tell me when.
No. That went backwards.
I hate my
You're
life.
fine. Just play it.
Yeah, I can.
Just play it.
Am I on it?
Yes.
Okay, where do you press play?
Is it going?
We're all here for you, Meredith.
I'm trying.
We believe in you. All right.
Now it has to hit play. I paused
How long
it.
is this gonna take?
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So hot! Shush! Well, it is.
We've been out here for hours. Where is it?
Draco's only surfaces every few hours. Just be patient. If it hears us, it will stay under even longer.
Sitting out here all day. I bet it's not even ready. Lady Aquarius can kiss my...
Guys, look! Cancer! Shh!
About time. Let's get started. Come on, Shrimp. Don't climb up now.
That's Draco's?
Yep. Big sack of starlight right there.
Remember, there's only one way to take it down. We
Beat the spark out of it! Ha! Yeah! Bring it on, you ugly dim.
get it all out of your system, Leo?
You call yourself a constellation?
I'll take that as a yes.
Virgo? Maybe we should find something to hunt that's less on fire.
Nonsense. Draco's is a third-tier Terra constellation. Plenty of light to swipe from him, so long as we use my plan. Come on, then.
You know, I probably taste better steam than well done.
Come on, Cancer. Shake it off, Leo.
Shake it off, Leo.
We got him now! Time to end this!
Very silent.
What the? Can't you fireproof those weeds? Cancer! Keep them down!
I'm trying! Whoa!
It's Tyrek.
So we ran over time, I'm sorry. But if you guys have any other questions for us, we'll be outside. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.